which for so many ages has steadily warred against liberty of conscience. Sunday observance owes its existence as a so-called Christian institution to the mystery of iniquity, and its enforcement will be a virtual recognition of the principles which are the very cornerstone of Romanism. When our nation shall so abjure the principles of its government, now listen to this, when our nation shall so abjure the principles of its government as to enact a Sunday law, Protestantism will in this act join hands with Popery. There's one quote just after this one that I'll read. It will be nothing else than giving life to the tyranny which has long been eagerly watching its opportunity to spring again into active despotism. The national reform movement, exercising the power of religious legislation, will, when fully developed, manifest the same intolerance and oppression that had prevailed in past ages. The national reform movement was the evangelicals, the evangelical churches. The national reform movement was established in 1863. Same year the Adventist Church was. And the whole purpose of the NRA was to bring religion into the American Constitution. When we read of the national reform movement, we are reading of the evangelicals. And today there are over 70 million evangelicals in America. And they, in their own words, to paraphrase them, state that when something goes to vote, they sway the decision. When the national reform movement exercising the power of religious legislation will, when fully developed, manifest the same intolerance and oppression that have prevailed in past ages. Human councils then assumed the prerogatives of deity, crushing under the despotic power liberty of conscience, and imprisonment, exile, and death followed those who opposed their dictates. If Popery or its principles shall again be legislated into power, the fires of persecution will be rekindled against those who will not sacrifice conscience and the truth in deference to popular errors. Then she says, this evil is on the point of realization. Just one more quote. Fifth Testimonies, page 451. When Protestantism shall stretch her hand across the gulf to grasp the hand of the Roman power, when she shall reach over the abyss to clasp hands with spiritualism, when, under the influence of this threefold union, our country shall repudiate every principle of its constitution as a Protestant and Republican government, and shall make provision for the propagation of papal falsehoods and delusions, then we may know that the time has come for the marvellous working of Satan, and that the end is near. 1892, brothers and sisters, if the end was near then. Listen carefully to this conference. And don't do what they did in the judicial system and put your thoughts onto what God's saying. May God really, really draw close to us this conference. But he can only do so as we seek him to draw close to us. I pray that as we've studied this aspect of the third angel's message, you will find in the faith of Jesus Christ something that you desperately need to understand. Don't miss a single word of this conference. Be here on time. Be here Be here if you want to be here forever. Amen.